Hey guys, what's up? In today's video we're going to be continuing our Nemisis build, which is basically going to be like a military base slash science lab, along with a big creature in the mountain, based upon Alton Tower's creature called the Nemisis and the Phalanx, or I hope I said that right, which are a military type group who have contained Nemisis, which is a creature in the mountains which has started to stir. They have an entire storyline, so go check it out if you want. But yeah, I've built mine roughly based upon that storyline, and I hope to continue it maybe one day, but also hope to take it to some LEGO conventions over coming months, and then I'll probably take it apart, ready to build something else, maybe from the same series, maybe something different. But that's all for now. Let's get right into the build. This is what the build looks like so far. In today's update, I think we're going to texture these sides a bit more, and then build like a big tent here. I'm thinking about, I built this design before, which I showed you in the last video, and we removed in the last video, but maybe we can add this sort of design somewhere on it. But yeah, I think it should look quite cool. And then yeah, gonna add a whole load of science areas and stuff along these two sides. Maybe a tank area there, not a tank but like a truck. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay guys, so I just started texturing the base and it came out quite well, I think. I didn't expect to do this much, it just happened as I was working on it. So I'm going to build a small tent here, and I might build another one here, but I'm not sure. And this side I've got space for another tent or something. So yeah, and then also, I did not realise that LEGO do two designs to this tile. Like, two different designs that don't line up at all. Really annoying, really. But yeah, that's just a side, but yeah, let's start designing a tent. We've now designed a little generator. It's actually quite weighty. But yeah, got grills on the side, a whole load of dials and buttons. Nice little stripe round, and then an exhaust up there. This we're going to put on the mock, just here, either that way or the other. Then I'm thinking a whole load of cables draping out to there. And that can go across to the different places. So let's start work on that now. And then yeah, maybe the next tent as well. So guys, put this in place, add some cabling around there. Add a bit more maybe. This build I'm just not feeling in this corner. But I did decide to add these corner plates here, just to protect this building a bit more. Add it on both sides, had to add some brackets to do that. In like that. So yeah, pretty happy with it so far. Next step might just be to build up the mountain a bit more. Because yeah, I don't know. If you look, I think a massive eye here would look good. But yeah. Let's leave that for now. That building just isn't feeling right. Need to work out what to actually put there. The next step is the mountain, I guess. So guys, I've now built the arch, or the basic one. It looks a bit flimsy though, so I'm going to need to add to it. But I think like the eye can be right there. And I think that might be the next thing we build. So yeah, don't know that part there. Maybe I'll adjust it slightly. I don't know how though. Maybe put that down there and another piece in there. I will have a look at it in a second. Alright. Let's continue then. So guys, I developed this side round, which I'm pretty happy with. Added a few plants and stuff, and some just detailing along the ground. Overall looks pretty good, I reckon. Still not fully sure on it, but I think that's just because that's how the build's going to look. Because otherwise, if I fully did it, I'd have like a massive mountain up round all here. But I don't think the build really needs that. Maybe if I develop it, but not sure if I will. So yeah, let's now build a monster. So guys, now designed the monster, well the eye. Didn't know how it would turn out. I was expecting a massive eye. Actually, putting it in there like that, I think it looks quite good. Might need to modify it slightly. But yeah. Gonna add something up there, I reckon. Maybe even, no, I think he should be sat, or she should be sat down here. And then yeah, have tentacles all hanging out and stuff. So we'll attach that and then continue designing the actual body of it and like how it's going to hang out and stuff. And then detailing and lights are probably going to come next week. But yeah, pretty happy with how it's starting to look. So, we built the monster. And we've attached it. What do you think? I started also building some tentacles and stuff. And actually, over here it looks pretty good, I think. I'm not sure about here. I think something else should be gripping around here. But I haven't actually designed what. Maybe I'm building on a tentacle or something, I'm not sure. Maybe look quite good with a black background. But I don't really have any more space behind. And this is the size of the build, I think. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. So, yeah, the next step's probably just lights and details. So, I'm probably going to do that in the next episode. So, come back next week for the final build update before the finale. And this is from the stud standing out. Bye! So guys, this is build so far. We've got the Nemesis creature there. We've got the science lab over here. Bit of stuff going on. Test tubes. Space for another build here. Might add something. Might just be a van. Generator. Lights. And yeah, that's it. I think it's time to add some minifigures, add some lights, and get this ball rolling. Ready for the finale in 2 weeks' time. So, let's build. So this is what the build looks like so far. Just added a couple of guards around. And I finally decided what to do in this place. They're welding shut this cage, which I would add a helicopter to, but I'm not going to right now. Because, yeah, it's got an egg of the Nemesis in it. And I also added this minifigure up here, getting grabbed by it. And overall, I think it looks pretty good. I think it's now just time to add some lights. So we're going to add a couple in there. Couple in there, maybe some red ones in there, and then some more maybe up in that. And yeah, so overall really happy with how it's turning out so far. Just need to add some lights, so let's get right to it. So guys, we've added some lights. Starting up, we've got these ones in the test tubes just as I planned, and I ran the wires through under some tiles just to hide them out the way. Ran it into this expansion board, because I was going to plug it all into this one big board, but these lights wouldn't line up with them. So then I've just got this cable that we're going to need to hide in a minute. Over to another expansion board, which hides some cables under a thing that run up to this. Basically like generator light. Originally I didn't realise these were flickering lights. But after I plugged them in and realised they were, I love the idea of them flickering, and I think it works with the aesthetic of the build. So the next step is to hide this cable here. I'm going to add some texturing to the road to be able to do that, and then we're basically done. But yeah, something else, not sure if I mentioned, I did update the logo text on both sides, basically finished other than the fact I need one more of these right there, either in white or light bluish grey. Overall, really happy with the build. So let's tidy up some cables. So guys, that is the build basically finished. I've finished the cables along there, under there and around and stuff. You can still see it at points, but it doesn't look too bad, I don't think. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. Come back in a couple of weeks and we'll do the finale after I do some off-camera additions. So I think it will look pretty good. So yeah, come back in a couple of weeks ready for the finale. So this is from the stud, signing out. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye!